Shanquella, can you at least fight back?
No. What's
At least something. At least fight back, something.
Get up, bro. Get up.
It was the perfect warm weather getaway until something terrible happened, and 25-year-old Shanquella Robinson wound up dead in Mexico.
I just sit back and wait on God, because like I say, she's going to get justice.
On October 28th, Shanquella traveled from her home in North Carolina to Mexico with 6 friends. They'd booked a villa in Cabo.
Federal prosecutors say there is not enough evidence to pursue charges related to the death of American Shanquella Robinson, who died in Mexico last year. The 25-year-old from Charlotte, North Carolina, died on October 29th. Her death certificate listed the cause of death as a spinal and neck injury.
You just don't take a life. They brutally beat her. She didn't agree to fight whatsoever. She did not agree. That's not her.
Shanquella Robinson was excited to go on this vacation with her friends. They had spent weeks planning a Mexico trip, organizing the villa, coordinating the flights, and bringing everyone together for what was supposed to be a celebration. But during that vacation, Shanquella Robinson was attacked by one of her female friends, Dejanay Jackson, while everyone watched. A few hours later, Shanquella was gone. What drives someone to betray a friend in such a way? What kind of woman invites her friend on a luxury vacation, then attacks her while she's defenseless? Before we get into it, leave a like, drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to Crime on Pulse so you won't miss the next case. Shanquella Robinson was a 25-year-old, living in Charlotte, North Carolina, and was building the life she had always dreamed of. She was an entrepreneur running 2 successful businesses. Exquisite Babies focused on children's hair braiding, and Exquisite Boutique sold women's clothing. Her social media showed a young woman who had found her passion and was making it profitable. Her friend Dejanay was part of Shanquella's college circle from Winston-Salem State University. These weren't necessarily close friends, but they moved in the same social spaces. The friend group included Winter Donovan, Malik Dyer, Elise Hyatt, Khalil Cook, and Nazir Wiggins. Out of all of them, Khalil seemed to be the closest to Shanquella. He had been to family gatherings, went on trips with her family, and Shanquella's mother Salamandra knew him well. Dejanay made the plans, organized and brought them together for the Mexico trip. He took the lead on everything. The destination was Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. Specifically, they were staying at Villa Linda 32, a luxury property in an exclusive community outside San Jose del Cabo. This wasn't some budget spring break rental. This was a 6,000 square foot hacienda-style villa that had 5 bedrooms each with private bathrooms, and a massive indoor-outdoor living space. Now, Shanquella wasn't originally supposed to be on this trip at all. Dejanay had planned this Mexico vacation for her core group of friends.
It's my friends for me, because, y'all, it don't take that long to get naked. It don't take that long to get naked, hoes. Where y'all at? She told me I'm gonna keep it hot. You gonna keep it hot? What?
I'll keep my hot businesses that I don't want to wear because it's people fuck.
They, what Go said, they crew.
The ones that's like mediocre are my champions. I can't wear them.
She had organized everything, coordinated the dates, and found the perfect villa. This was reportedly hers and Nazir's birthday celebration that she was planning. But then some of the original guests dropped out. Plans fell through, and the trip that Dejanay had spent weeks organizing was suddenly short on people. And that's when Khalil Cook reached out to Shanquella with what seemed like a generous invitation. So technically, Shanquella wasn't part of the original inner circle, but was a replacement to fill the empty spots when the preferred guests couldn't make it. Despite being the newest addition to the trip, Shanquella reportedly ended up paying for almost everything. The celebration that was supposed to honor their birthdays? Shanquella allegedly funded it. Dejanay had created a situation where Shanquella was both essential and expendable. Essential because her money made the trip happen. Expendable because she was never really part of the original plan. The trip was planned for October 28th through October 31st, 2022. It was meant to celebrate the birthdays of 2 people in the group, Dejanay Jackson and Nazir Wiggins. So not only was Shanquella paying for a vacation organized by someone else, she was paying for that person's birthday celebration. On October 28, 2022, they boarded their flights to Mexico. When they arrived at Villa Linda 32, Shanquella was clearly excited about the property. She filmed Instagram stories walking through the massive space, showing off the pool area, the beautiful rooms, the ocean views. In those videos, she seemed genuinely happy to be there. That night, Shanquella called her mother Salamandra. She told her they were getting ready for dinner, that there was a private chef making tacos, and that she was having a good time. Salamandra said her daughter sounded happy and told her she would call the next day. That was their last conversation.
He told me they had a chef, they was getting ready to eat. They was eating tacos, something, salad or something they was eating. And I said, well, okay, I love you, have a good night, and I will talk to you tomorrow. And I never talked to my child again, and she never made it back home.
That was their last conversation. The next morning, less than 24 hours later, the attack happened in the master bedroom of the villa. Shanquella was completely vulnerable when Dejanay Jackson began hitting her.
Quilla, can you at least fight back?
No.
At least something. At least fight back, something.
Get up, bro. Get up.
From the video, this clearly wasn't a mutual fight. Shanquella couldn't even defend herself or fight back while all that was going on. The most concerning part is that even with multiple people in that room, some were filming while others were watching. And instead of stopping what was happening, instead of protecting someone who was defenseless, they encouraged it. Here was a woman who trusted these people enough to go on a vacation with them, and yet no one could intervene. But that was only the beginning of what would reveal Dejanay's true character. After the incident, Shanquella was seriously injured. According to medical reports, she had suffered severe injuries. But instead of immediately calling for emergency help, instead of rushing her to a hospital, the group waited for hours before making any call for medical assistance. At 2:13 p.m., someone from the group finally contacted the villa staff requesting medical help. They claimed Shanquella had drank too much and needed hydration. Already the lies were beginning. Around the same time, Khalil called Shanquella's mother Salamandra in North Carolina. His voice was calm and almost casual as he explained that Shanquella wasn't feeling well. Said she'd been drinking. Told her mother that they were getting her help and everything was under control. Salamandra trusted this man. So when he told her that her daughter was just hungover and they were taking care of her, she believed him. But while Khalil was reassuring a worried mother, Shanquella was fighting for her life. And he knew it. Dr. Carolina Gutierrez from the American Medical Center arrived at the villa around 3:15 p.m. What she found contradicted everything the group had told her on the phone. Shanquella wasn't just dehydrated from drinking. She was showing signs of serious injuries. The doctor reportedly tried multiple times to convince the group that Shanquella needed to be taken to a hospital. She explained that the young woman required proper medical evaluation and treatment. But each time the group refused. The doctor explained that there were public hospitals that wouldn't charge them. She suggested they call Shanquella's family to check on insurance coverage. But the group had an answer for everything. They claimed they didn't have money for expensive hospital bills, and said Shanquella had been like this before, and usually got better with hydration. The doctor, becoming increasingly concerned, called her own supervisor to report the situation. She strongly believed Shanquella needed hospital care, but the friends continued to refuse. The supervisor told Dr. Gutierrez that if the friends wouldn't agree to hospital transport, she couldn't move Shanquella and should consider leaving. Meanwhile, Dr. Gutierrez had been trying to place an IV in Shanquella's arm to provide fluids. After multiple failed attempts, she finally succeeded on the third try. But as soon as the IV was inserted, Shanquella began having a seizure so severe that it fell out. The people in the room, including the ones who had been refusing hospital care, got scared and left the room. They abandoned their friend during that situation. Dr. Gutierrez had to yell to them that they needed to call 911 immediately. And after some back and forth, one of the friends, Winter, finally made the emergency call and handed her phone to the doctor. By 4:49 p.m., Dr. Gutierrez reported that Shanquella no longer had a pulse. She called 911 again to follow up on Winter's call. Within 5 minutes, a Red Cross ambulance arrived at the villa. But because Shanquella no longer had a pulse, the paramedics refused to transport her to the hospital. 3 additional ambulances reportedly arrived, and all refused transport without vital signs. The medical teams worked on Shanquella for over an hour, and at 5:57 p.m., Shanquella Robinson was officially pronounced gone. Khalil made another call to her mother. This time he told Salamandra that her daughter was gone, and they had done everything they could.
He said he was sorry that Shanquella had passed.
He said it just like that.
Just like that. He wasn't even emotionally upset or nothing about it. And I say, well, it was nothing I could do. It's just my heart just crumbled, because I couldn't even get to my child. She's 2,000 miles away.
After law enforcement arrived and began taking statements, the group packed their belongings and requested transportation to dinner. But instead of going to a restaurant, they told the driver to take them to a hotel near the airport. By the next morning, all 6 of them were on flights back to the United States, a full day earlier than originally planned. They left Shanquella in Mexico, returned home to safety and comfort, and Dejanay Jackson was at the center of all of it. The woman who had organized the trip, who had attacked Shanquella, who had watched her friends suffer and refuse medical care, also orchestrated the group's return from Mexico.
Those who don't do it how we do it because we used to drink motherfucking
Drink!
Khalil Cook and Dejanay Jackson went directly to Shanquella's family home. They brought her suitcase and offered their condolences. Salamandra Robinson welcomed these people into her home because she trusted them. But as the days passed, something started to feel wrong. Each member of the group came to visit the family, and each one told a slightly different story.
When they got a ride back to Charlotte, they came over to the house to visit and tell us what had happened.
What was that conversation like? What did they tell you exactly?
Well, they told us it was alcohol poison.
Some said they found Shanquella unresponsive. Others said she was found in bed. One person claimed a maid discovered her, and another said the friends found her themselves. Salamandra started asking more questions. She called the resort directly, trying to understand what had happened to her daughter.
And we, questioned each one of them because we had heard different. We had got a call saying that they was over there fighting her. There was no such thing as alcohol poison. So we started asking each one of them questions about the situation. And they denied and said there was never a fight. It was alcohol poison.
Who told you that there was a fight? Who had told you that?
Well, it was someone called on the phone. We don't know who it was. They just called us and told us that they was over there fighting us. So the video had to be already out when they called to tell us that because they had seen the video and we hadn't seen it. So
I see. Okay.
And that's how we learned that information.
When she confronted the group about this call, they denied it. But their denials were becoming less convincing. On November 5th, the official certificate arrived from Mexico. It revealed that this was no accident at all. For over a week, 6 people had been lying to a grieving family about what had happened. They had all participated in a coordinated deception that kept the truth from the people who loved Shanquella most. The moment that certificate was released, all communication from the group stopped. No more visits to comfort the family, no more phone calls to check in. Just complete silence. If they were truly innocent friends who had just witnessed a tragic accident, why would they disappear the moment the truth came out?
I'm more so disappointed that she was around people that she thought were her friends.
On November 16th, someone in that group decided to share the footage of what happened that day.
At least something. At least fight back, something.
Get up, bro, get up!
The video went viral immediately and the movement for justice for Shanquella began. Mexican authorities reopened the investigation and began treating it more seriously. They issued an arrest warrant for the direct aggressor in the case, widely understood to be Dejanay Jackson. But despite having video evidence, despite having an arrest warrant from Mexico, no one was ever arrested.
I never thought in my wildest dream that I'd be standing here doing this right here. I'm just normal, man. I just mind my own business. All this right here, it's just new to me, very new. So she gone, I'm her dad, so now I got to stand for her. I got to be her voice.
The United States conducted its own medical examination and reached different conclusions than the Mexican authorities. They stated that the cause of Shanquella's passing was undetermined. Dejanay Jackson legally changed her name to Imani Green and relocated to another state. The Robinson family filed a civil lawsuit seeking accountability where the criminal system had failed them. They're asking for damages not just from Dejanay, but from all 6 people who were in that villa.
Everybody being arrested and doing time in Mexico. Everybody extradited over there and doing their time there. That'll be justice for us as of now.
Can you say anything?
We can't say anything. Yeah, we can't say anything about it, but they're working on it.
Because even if only one person committed the violent act, the others participated in the cover-up, the lies, and the abandonment of their friend. In her legal filings, Dejanay has claimed that Shanquella provoked her and that she was acting in self-defense. The case is still ongoing, and the Robinson family continues to fight for justice.
Justice will be served. It's going to be served. It's going to be served.
And so what does that justice look like?
This just going to look like they're going to get what they deserve to get to them. You just don't take a life. They brutally beat her. She didn't agree to fight whatsoever. She did not agree. That's not her. You know, she did not agree to fight. You know.
On the behalf of the mother and the father and the immediate family, we give back to God what God has given to us. May she rest in peace. And you will never be forgotten. And I would like for everyone to please be silent for just a moment. Repeat after me. Justice, will be served.
Rest in peace.
They continue to speak Shanquella's name and demand accountability. The world keeps spinning and so does crime. Stay observant, listen to your instincts, and don't ignore the warning signs. I'll see you in the next case on Crime on Pulse. Thanks for watching.